Hey guys, Marcinkin here bringing you a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so earlier today we got the details for the yellow coin LR Pikkon releasing on a legendary summon banner. That is going to be out in a couple of days, Thursday morning for me UK time. I think it's 6 AM for me, so it's going to be like 1 AM EST and then like 10 PM on Wednesday PST. We will know for sure tomorrow when we get the data download. That's the usual time for banners. Obviously the cell banner was at like a randomly different time, so who knows, but that's when the banner should be. Obviously when we get the data download tomorrow, I will give you guys a proper update when we know the exact banner time, as well as everything else in the data download. We know we saw in-game today, we are obviously getting some new stages and stuff like that, so I will cover all of that tomorrow once the data download hits and we have all of the info. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on the Paikuhan. I make one of these posts basically every time a new unit comes out, sometimes when new EZAs come out as well, just to get a gauge of how people are feeling. And I feel like before we jump into the thread, I've seen a lot more positivity than I was expecting, because obviously yellow coin LRs have had a bit of a sketchy past, right? I made a video about it yesterday going over some of the worst like yellow coin LRs on release, and you know, sometimes we get some good ones, but very rarely do we get ones that seem like top tier. And I think just from like reading the details when they dropped earlier, I do think this Pikkon seems really good. It's always going to be the case with new units that they get underrated before people get to see them in game. One of the comments on one of my videos said that he's okay at best. When transformed, he has guard, 80% chance to dodge, can have guaranteed crits if you get 3 rainbow orbs. I mean, I've seen calcs for him that like after supering he can be at like 3 million defense. And obviously once he's transformed, you can link him with the AGL Pikkon that's not only going to share like almost all of his links, but be giving him 60% support as well. So I have a feeling he's going to be absolutely crazy, but obviously we'll have to wait till we see him in game. I will be summoning for him when the banner comes out, so of course do keep an eye out. Like, I will be live to summon, and then we will do the 55% showcase and see how good he is. But for now, let's see what the community thinks of the LR Pikkon. So we have our boy Raldo, says looks decent. I'm happy they shifted gears. Might just be this case only, but we'll see, with the leader skill being 200%. Yeah, I think that's just going to be the new standard, right? This is the first yellow coin LR to release in the post-anniversary 220 meta, so we obviously wondered, there's no reason for him to go, like for yellow coin LRs to have stayed at 150. Even going up to 170, I think wouldn't have really been good enough. But yeah, the fact that yellow coin LRs are now going to go up to 200%. I think one of the biggest complaints with yellow coin LRs was always that their leader skills were not very good. It's not necessarily something that I personally thought was a massive issue, because a lot of the time they were characters that you were summoning just to run like on your existing team, so it wasn't a huge deal if they didn't have great leader skills. But Pikkon's leader skill is actually pretty good. With everyone on both the categories getting the full 200% leader skill, you will be able to make some fairly interesting team builds with him, I think. So definitely looking forward to building some teams with him. We got Kensei with the tumbleweed. I don't know if this just means not hype for him, but I mean, obviously the unit is good, but yeah, I don't know. Prof, easy skip. His kit is really interesting and the new leader skill format is nice, but I don't really see any real reason why you should get him on release. Also, his 12 key essays look terrible. That's something I've expected back in 2018. I don't know if they're quite that bad, but I did say, obviously, when I did the breakdown video earlier and we watched the animations, it was my first time seeing them when we watched them on stream and watched them in the video that I put up earlier. And yeah, some of his animations I do think are a bit like... you know, not really anything too crazy. His 18 key like post transformation is probably the best one, which I guess makes sense because that's his like main big one, right? Like post transformation 18 key. Yeah, the animations aren't crazy, they're a bit of a mixed bag, but yeah, he's very interesting. New leader skill format is good. Summoning for him, of course, for most players, I mean, yellow coin LRs have kind of always been those banners that you probably shouldn't really be going in on, but he definitely seems good. Anis is a yellow coin LR, slots amazingly on Cell's team, good representation, works with the ECA one, great release all things considered. I mean, yes, considering in this time slot with what we've seen from releases like the Ginyu Force and like Super Buu that came out with Kale. Like this guy, even though he's a super class character, you can put him on Cell's team, and having that extra 10% damage reduction for the first 2 turns is going to be really helpful for the STR cells to get some build up before one of them ends up getting the revival. Obviously, like, supporting everybody on the team is quite helpful, and then once he transforms he can just kind of go crazy by himself, and then on other teams he's certainly going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to trying him on that double Glorio leads team, which just keeps getting better and better, right? So very much looking forward to that. Celtic Link, our boy over here, very good release, helps Cell in the weirdest way. Happy he got rep, but definitely feels like he should have honed more in on Cell this celebration. Paikuhan himself is very good. Yeah, it just seems weird with all the easy A's and everything else that we got. I guess apart from the AGL Cell one's kind of the only one that really is relevant, because they are both tournament participants. Like, it feels like the Dokkan Fest should have been like a new Super Kaioken Goku. And then with the easy A's we got on the part 2 LR being Paikuhan, like I feel like that would have all gone together like really, really well. Because obviously this Paikuhan, with some of his animations and like the background being the arena that they fight in, is obviously he is from the filler. He's not the like Janemba movie Paikuhan. So it's weird that they've kind of revisited that filler, easy aid the Super Kaioken Goku, but we got a Paikuhan instead of a new Super Kaioken Goku. So maybe one day we will get a new one, but yeah, Paikuhan I think is a cool choice. So yeah, we'll see. His kit looks good, but it's nothing too crazy in my opinion, especially considering he doesn't stack and 2 of the hardest fights in the game both cancel dodge. I mean, I've seen some calcs, shout out to Halvard, like I say, post support and everything, like he can be at around 3 million defense with guard, so he's not going to be a dodge or die character. It's only really going to be like the hardest hitting super attacks in the game that can do damage to him, because with 3 million defense and guard, he's going to be fine for most bosses, even like in terms of taking a super. Obviously, he's going to be tanking normals from pretty much every boss in the game for double-digit damage, if they disable dodge. If they don't, before he takes the first hit, he has 80% chance to dodge. And then even after he takes a hit, he still has 70% chance to dodge. So he's going to be very, very strong, even in dodge cancelling fights. He is, what, physical? So one of the Jiren fights is STR, one of them is it AGL? So the AGL one doesn't really matter too much. The STR one is type disadvantage, but he has guard. He can also get like 100% chance to crit. So to be honest, the fact that that Jiren is type disadvantage doesn't really matter to him at all anyway, because he's guarding and then critting. He's got a 70% chance to crit, and then he gets an extra 10% with every rainbow orb, and he creates rainbow orbs. So if he picks up 3 rainbow orbs, he has a 100% crit chance, which is obviously very, very good. He looks good, but I don't foresee myself dedicating any of my current stones to him. This makes a lot of sense, because Golden Week is going to be in less than 2 weeks. And remember, I mentioned this in the video this morning, but last year's Golden Week was AGL Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and Int Fat Buu. And on release, they were like the 2 best TURs in the game, and they stayed good. Like even now, like they're usable to a certain extent. Goku not so much in longer events. Buu, obviously with the revive and then the Ghost Usher shenanigans, can still be used even in some like off lead like challenges and stuff. So remember, Golden Week is coming up soon, and chances are those units are going to be very, very good. Now Lavon makes a good point here. Now you know the banner going to be awful, which is possibly true, right? I was taking a look back at like the Ginyu banner, because he was the yellow coin LR from this time slot last year for JP, and yeah, his banner was not great. Like some of the other yellow coin LRs that were featured were like Bojack and I think the Rib Reentria, who I think at the time were okay, but considering we haven't had a lot of yellow coin LRs even released lately, I'm not even sure who's going to end up being featured, especially if they're supposed to be, if they're going to be relevant to Paikuhan and like his leader skill and stuff. We're going to end up seeing characters like physical Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta, who, don't get me wrong, it's not like he's completely terrible now or anything, but he's definitely not a unit that I think will be enticing people to summon. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the banner is. The real Mark says he looks very good for gold coin standards. Yeah, very rarely. It's only when we get units like Cell Max we ever see these like yellow coin LRs come out, and they're really, really good, right? Love the 200% lead, very happy about that change. Hopefully future gold coin LRs get 200% as well, but we'll see. I mean, they almost certainly will, right? Because remember, this celebration that we're in at the moment is not like a special, like big celebration. It's not Saiyan Day, it's not Golden Week, it's just a normal, quote unquote, like filler celebration. So if him releasing here in this time slot, he's getting a 200% leader skill, then that will be the standard for yellow coin LRs going forward. Obviously, new Carnival LRs are getting 220, and then new Dokkan Fests are getting the 200 HP, 170 attack and defense, and then plus 50. So we should, in terms of like actual summonable LRs, whether they're yellow coin, Dokkan Fest, or Carnival, won't be seeing leader skills that are lower than like 200 now, which is cool. Obviously, like the Dokkan Fests will give 170 to certain pairings, right, but 200% HP at least, so very cool. Sky Knight says going to break down his kit later. Seems cool. Animations are cleaner than Cell. So yeah, Cells, to be fair, aren't the greatest either, but I am still very on the fence about Paikons. I think he's strong, but not on the same level as Cell Max last year. Not a must pull per se, and to be honest, because he's Paikon, it makes it easier to skip into Golden Week. I mean, yeah, he's not necessarily a hype character for a lot of people, but remember that the people who are, look at this guy, hopefully my new mic has been better, you guys can let me know. But yeah, shout out to Ryan. Gotta love that negativity. People have nothing better to do. Looks strong. I like his before transformation. Yeah, active skill effect. Get serious. I like the fact that this literally might as well say active skill effect. Lock in. But yeah, I like his leader skill. I think his team's going to be interesting. It is what it is. So we got Nipper Noob says we have a similar build to this already in Tag Angel Goku. He's like a stronger version of that Goku, but this build has inherent flaws that Paikon seems to have. If he kept his damage reduction support, it would have been fire, but he'll just feel like that Goku. I think the difference is like he comes in on the first couple of turns and he has that support. Gives the extra damage reduction, and then pretty much straight away when you then just use his transformation, and then he just becomes this like big damage dealer, like strong tank that can just sit on the rotation and do a bunch of damage. I saw some calcs, I think it was I'm trying to remember who posted it now, but of him getting to like on a rotation where he's linked up with AGL Pikkon and has, I think it's the Gogeta active skill. So obviously when it comes to AGL Gogeta and his active skill, we know that that is a significant buff, right? And it's not something that you're going to see every single turn. I think it was Holden, yeah. It's like 100 million attack stat or something on that turn, which is pretty funny considering of all things it's a Paikon LR and he could hit that hard. So that's pretty funny. Pranoi Paul, an easy skip, hell boring. Over some content to farm stones for Golden Week. I mean, yeah, some people not interested in Paikon, that's fair enough. Simon says boring animations and unit design wise decent, but easy skip. I have now skipped 3 banners in a row. First time I've done this and I spend money on the game. Dokkan has been dead since anniversary, unit choice wise. Dimer better be Golden Week. I mean, that's fair, like if people haven't been super hyped about the stuff since anniversary. I guess, I mean, we had the Dimer Vegeta, but technically he counts as the anniversary, I suppose. Hype factor aside, he's a really good unit. To me, even a 55% is good enough. Seems like a good slot 2 or 3 unit. Very good design, especially with the leader skill. You can say he gets serious. I mean, he certainly does. Eonian is good enough, but he's a skip. We have Golden Week, Tanabata, and Worldwide in front of us. Got to be cautious with the stones. I mean, this is very true if you are someone who's free to play or doesn't spend a lot on the game. So, just thought this was funny. Oh, literally someone's timeline within a minute of each other. My post about this this one we're going through, and then someone saying LR Pikkon sucks. I might be getting the wrong person, but if I recognise this screen name, is it this person thinks that like LR in Super Saiyan 4 Goku is still good and is better than Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks? I might have the wrong person though, so I apologise to this person if I'm getting confused, but I think it was the person I saw make that post the other day, or maybe they just retweeted it, I don't know. Is he good? Yes. Is he good to the point of summoning? No. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Again, if you're free to play or low spender, yellow coin LRs are pretty much a skip anyway, but I do think he is very good. He's strong, good, top 8 in the game. I mean, I'd have to obviously use him first, but it'd be interesting to see where he would fall in like the top LRs list. He seems really good. I could care less for him. I'm really looking forward to more Dimer content, and Golden Week is right around the corner. Exactly. A lot of people anticipating Golden Week to be Dimer. So I think Dokkan basically treated this like the celebration is his and not Cell's, because most buffs are his. I mean, yeah, I guess, like, you've got the Paikuhan EZA, but that can be used on Cell's team. The Goku and Gohan obviously don't really help Paikuhan. Cell doesn't really either. I mean, at least he does go on Cell's team, but yeah, it is very odd. And we got Gothkua, he's super class, so you already know my opinion. Yeah, this person just does not like super class characters at all and only likes extreme class characters, so it is what it is. But obviously, regardless of whether the unit is super or extreme, the unit is very, very good. Yeah, more than good enough, in my opinion, says Daimon Senku. I think he's going to do a lot of damage, but also be a dodge or die. Like I say, with guard, 3 million defense, definitely not going to be a dodge or die character, so he should be very, very fun. Part of Greed says, the way I don't care even a little bit about this character, he could be broken and I'm not summoning, should have been Kefla. Now, it's funny because a lot of people who are fans of Kefla, like, are split, because I saw people saying they wanted to see the Part 2 LR be Kefla because they are a fan, or people saying they didn't want it to be Kefla because she deserves like a Dokkan Fest or a Carnival LR. But of course, this Paikuhan seems really, really good. So if he had the exact same kit, but was a Kefla, and then obviously his leader skill was like Universe 6 and Super Saiyans or Potara or something like that, I feel like people would be going crazy over the unit, right? But some people like Paikuhan, some people don't. His team should be interesting because Other World Warriors has the 2 10th anniversary fusions. So even though 220 leads exist, them both being able to go on his team with a 200% leader skill, like, he should be a lot of fun, and his team should be fun. Tech Super Vegito says he is cool. Yeah. I would not summon on him myself, but he'll age fine in terms of support and having a good leader skill. You could run Gogeta, Vegito, wish the 10% damage reduction was permanent. Gold coins having 200% leader skills is a W. The biggest win for me is before LR Kid Buu as a hater agenda. Yeah, LR Pikkon before LR Kid Buu. We really lived to see it. But yeah, maybe one day. Like, Kid Buu would have been such a perfect fit for the Part 2 LR because he's on Cell's full 220% lead because he's Worldwide Chaos and Accelerated Battle. He's a Big Bad Boss's character. But the meme will live on, potentially forever, that LR Kid Buu will just never come to Dokkan. We'll see. Ophelia says the Dokkan Fest should have really been Super Kaioken. It's not even a case of this LR should have helped Cell. They just picked the wrong Dokkan Fest exclusive for the tournament celebration. I want to say AGL Pikkon is just better than the LR. I don't know about that. As like a floating support on the team, that's like AGL Pikkon's role. But that isn't what physical Pikkon is for, right? Like, he'll be doing way more damage than AGL Pikkon. He'll have higher defense than AGL Pikkon. His guard doesn't run out. Like, he's obviously not a support, so once he transforms, there's reasons why Pikkon would be better for the team than AGL because of the support factor, but physical Pikkon is going to be doing way more damage and tanking better, so they are different. And then, of course, once he's transformed, they will link, so you can still use both, which is cool. DBZ Boy says he's the perfect pick. I think he looks great, but I will be skipping. Needed it not to be Kefla or Super Kaioken. Now I can save for Golden Week. Yeah, another person expecting Mini Goku. I wonder if it'll be a case of we'll see Mini Goku and then, like, who's the partner going to be? Is it just going to be Goma and then we'll get, like, LR Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku for a different celebration or something? Or are they going to do 2 versions of Goma, maybe? That's the thing, because I feel like the 2 versions of him wouldn't be hype. Like, the only version of Goma that I would really care about actually summoning for is the final, like, third eye, massive, like, buff one. If they did Golden Week was, like, Mini Goku and just, like, the base Goma, and then say, like, Tanabata was LR Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and then LR, like, Third Eye Goma. Like, would anyone really care about the TUR, like, base form one? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Rohi says good but not great. I think it depends on the scenario, but we'll see. Sane Man says he seems good, off topic, but should Cell be on demonic power because he has Piccolo's cells and uses the special beam cannon. So he also has... yeah, I guess that is true. Demonic power is kind of a weird one, because it's like, if all the Piccolos are on there, and then Gohan's on there, because he's trained by Piccolo and uses, like, some of Piccolo's techniques, then surely Cell should be on there, but, yeah, that is a random one. Jaren says he looks really good, probably not going to summon, though, with Golden Week coming and all. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Looks like a peak LR, far better than expected, I will summon. Okay, nice. We got a clip of Pikkon in Legends, doing his, like, animation thing and then just getting destroyed by, I don't know, is that Vegito Blue? That's very random. But there we go. So a lot of mixed opinions for this guy. I think he's going to be really, really good. Be interesting to see how good he is at 55%. Hopefully we're able to pull him without too much pain, because obviously the new legendary summon banners are always going to have pity, so I will get a copy of him. Just hopefully we don't have to go all the way to pity, but I guess we will see. I'll be live when the banner comes out. Like I said, when the data download hits tomorrow, I will do a video going over all of the details and the exact timing for the banner. So stay tuned for that one. And if you didn't see the tweet, or maybe you replied like after I'd recorded the video, so obviously you didn't see your reply here, do let me know your thoughts on the Paikuhan down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.